Well, congrats on being Trevor.
Thank you.
This is amazing. So give us a timestamp today and where you are in filming and what you've been filming today. Because this, obviously, just want to say this is all going to be embargoed closer to the film's release date.
Well, I'm almost done filming, actually.
Okay.
We've almost shot all of Trevor's scenes. I have about 3 days left to go. And so right now it's kind of this, the scene that we're shooting is going to be taking place before we go to the club. Tessa and I go to the club. And it's kind of the first interaction you see where they're loosening up with each other and getting to know each other. And I think it's also the moment where the audience will see him as more of a potential love interest for her. So it's an exciting moment.
So yeah, I saw that one of the producers, Jen, confirmed on Instagram that Trevor's kind of going to be more of a larger role in After We Collided the movie versus as he was in the books. Can you like expand a little bit more on that?
Well, yeah, I think that, you know, upon reading the books, I think that if you boiled Trevor down, he represents a lot of values and mannerisms that are kind of the opposite of Hardin. Right, and I think that that's what they were particularly interested in, making him more of a character in that way.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of been the way that we've been doing it. I've talked to Anna at great length about how to retain the character perfectly while also adding some of my own spin into it, obviously, as an actor, and I think that we've hit a really good stride. I'm
excited for more Trevor now that you're in the film.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what's in store for the fans and everybody. So I guess walk me through the process of being cast as Trevor. Like, so did you read the books? It sounds like you...
I did not.
You did not read the books?
I did not read the books. I play a lot of video games. It takes up a lot of my time.
Ooh, okay, so that's priority.
Yeah.
But you obviously had the conversations with Anna about like what you wanted to do for Trevor, especially with the love triangle angle.
Of course. I mean, in terms of Trevor, like you've noted, he wasn't such a large part of the books. So Anna and I went through his character extensively, right? Without getting into bigger details, we went through. And that I found was more helpful to me as it was able to refine, I think, who he was.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we've just been kind of diving into that. But no, I have not read the books yet.
Okay, so Wuthering Heights is obviously an important book for Hardin and Tessa. What's that one book for you that's really important?
That one book for me, I would say Cormac McCarthy's Blood Meridian. That one like really sent me over the moon when I was reading. Not only did I find that he was able to suspend himself as an author, but also tap into another version of himself as an author that was interesting and intriguing, and I actually found it very akin to acting. And so that opened my eyes in a lot of ways. That, and it's just a fucking awesome book.
Really?
I mean, it's so well written. So, yes.
Can you tell us how many fucking Trevors there's going to be in the movie?
I will say that they do make a big moment of it. So,
it's so good
so
in the
when
books.
it happens, you will definitely know, but I will not go into more than that.
Okay, so I know you mentioned that, I know like Trevor's kind of like the polar opposite of Hardin. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He knows like what he wants to do with his career. He's got like goals for his life. And I mean, you are a co-founder of All Wise Meadery and like are a massive, like you obviously do massive stuff with like your social
do the businesses.
Yeah, you do. So I'm just saying you have like, you kind of have that relatability where you are a co-founder of this massive business. Did you pull from that at all when you kind of embraced Trevor?
I mean, I've certainly learned some things here or there about how to manage a business after this last year and a half. And yeah, I think, but you know, even more so than being business oriented, I think Trevor wants to succeed. I think that he has a self-made responsibility to himself and to his family that he really wants to see through to the end. And that has given him great upward mobility, right? And so I think personally, there are aspects of that that I share with Trevor, and in maybe our entrepreneurial interests or our just willingness to drive something to the very end of it. And so I certainly brought some of that in with me. But you'll also see that some of Trevor's wit is manifested as comedy in this a little bit too, which is nice in relation to Hardin as well. Because Trevor's kind of, for every bit of him that's stoic, he's also a little bit loose and humorous.
So I guess speaking on that then, you obviously seem like kind of like a funny guy. So I mean, and you said you're almost wrapped filming. So did you kind of go like off script for any of the scenes? You don't have to say with what you did.
Yeah, I mean, I like to improv on all of the movies that I do, but particular when there's moments to be humorous, and there are, and flirtatious, I think that it facilitates improv. So
yeah.
I've been using some of that. I'd say a lot of yes ands.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Last question for you. So obviously Tessa's state is very emotional after the events of the first After film, and now going into After We Collided. I know you probably have some like emotional, intense scenes with both like Tessa and Hardin's characters. Yeah. So what is the downtime for you after Roger yells cut and you go back to, you know, not being Trevor? How do you like kind of process that as an actor?
You know, a lot of the times when a movie and a cast and a crew are good and it's a well-oiled machine, you don't need to do that. It's pretty easy. It comes off the page and in a way that feels alive, and then you walk off set and you're still there. Yeah. And so I've actually found that I didn't need to decompress. I didn't need to do that on this because we've had a pretty well-oiled machine so far.
Yeah.
So for me, there are certainly some scenes that are interesting and to say the least. And I think the best that we've done is just discuss it off stage and keep joking and talking to each other. Right. And we've had fun doing that.
I'm glad that you guys are having a good time on set. I'm having a good time on set.
Yeah.
All right, thanks Dylan.
Thanks
nice
so
to
much.
talk with you.